Tell me something about yourself.
I was born in Florida, Missouri on November 30th, 1835. I will be 174 years old coming up in a few weeks. There were 6 children in my family. Only 3 of them survived. That was a sad time for all of us. When I was 4, we moved to another part of the state. I think it was called Hannibal. It's a small port town on the Mississippi River. Do you recall the town that was mentioned in The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, St. Petersburg? Well, that town was a fictional representation of Hannibal.
Very interesting. Please go on.
My father died when I was 11. That was another sad occurrence in my life. I immediately went to work. Somebody had to bring the money in. I got a job as a typesetter. About that time as well, I was also contributing articles and sketches for the Hannibal Journal. It was a newspaper owned by my brother Orion.
So did that inspire you to write The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn?
Please, let me continue. I will get to that.
Well, Mr. Twain, with all due respect, we only do have 5 minutes.
While on a voyage to New Orleans, a steamboat captain asked me to pursue a career as a steamboat pilot. There was a lot of money in that back in the day. My brother worked with me on the steamboats. He worked with me up until the day he died. He was working on a steamboat and it exploded. God forbid. I'm glad I wasn't on that one. I really liked that job too. I really learned the Mississippi River up and down. I worked all the way up until the Civil War broke out. Traffic on the river seemed to cease during that time.
Amazing. Tell us more.
Missouri was considered a slave state as it was part of the South. I seen a lot and I wrote about it too. Okay, now let's get into my novel, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Some critics call it controversial, while others deem it racist. While the other few say it's immoral. Me? I don't know. If it were that damn bad, why did 99% of schools mandate it? I wrote it because I wanted to grasp the morality of young Huck, as society was his antagonist. I wrote the manuscript in the summer of 1876, but things just didn't feel right. It took me a long time to finish that novel, 7 years to be exact.
Let's get to the novel and the 2 main characters, Huck and Jim, to give their accounts of Twain in his infamous book.
Hi, I'm Huckleberry Finn. Pleased to meet all of you.
And I's Jim. Pleased to meet you.
So guys, tell me, what do you 2 think of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn?
Twain was a real nice man to work with. He made all the settings action-packed, but safe.
Oh, Lord. I don't know. Mr. Twain gives me all the hard parts. I was scared a few times. He did make me the hero at the ends, though.
What do you have to say about that, Mr. Twain?
It was wonderful working with the 2 of them. They were the best 2 fictional characters I've ever worked with. I would never put them in harm's way in my book.
Do you 2 have anything to say before going?
I's want to thanks Mr. Twains. If I can ever's helps again, I wills.
I just want to say that Mr. Twain wrote the great American novel. I say this because I was the lead man, not that damn Tom. Seems like he's always taking away my 15 minutes of fame.
Thank you, Huck. Tom died during an adventure with one of his friends years ago. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Until next week, when our special guest will be Edgar Allan Poe, I'm Jeremy Barrick, and you have just watched 5 minutes of literature.